1, 2, 3. First and last name. Spell it for me and tell me who you are.
Captain Parker Wilborn, P-A-R-K-E-R-W-I-L, B as in boy, O-U-R-N.
All right, can you go ahead and tell me what we're doing here today, Captain?
Sure. So the last couple days we've seen an increase in fire activity. We're trying to take advantage of the decrease in wind today. We've got really good weather conditions to be able to fortify the containment zones that we have. So we're trying to limit the amount of fuel that's available for the fire to grow by utilizing fire in itself. So we're back burning out. So we're burning out some of these fuels. We're cutting down trees and removing all that fuel to mitigate that fire spread.
Okay, do you know what wind conditions are supposed to be like later on today and tomorrow?
Well, we don't know. We're checking those wind conditions on the hourly basis, and we're going to monitor that, and obviously we're going to change our operations based on the wind.
Okay, and can you tell me how the favorable weather, last night it was like 30 degrees, did that help with the fire?
Yeah, anytime you have a decrease in temperature, you're going to get potentially a decrease in fire activity. Again, we have seen a change in the wind conditions today versus the last few days. We're trying to take advantage of that.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Loud, okay, 1, 2, 3, go ahead.
It's Keith Wade, Keithwade. I'm a captain and public information officer assigned to CAL FIRE's Incident Management Team 6. We're standing right now down in Christmas Valley along Highway 89, and what you're seeing behind me is a burn op where they're putting fire on the ground and burning out vegetation that when the head of the fire stretched from Echo Summit down into this valley, ran through. It left a lot of things unburned. We have a lot of smoldering objects and different materials down here that can easily ignite. So it's important to come down, remove some of the fuel that's left. That event, we don't have a fire that spreads further days ahead of us right now. So they're just going to come through, remove a lot of this fuel, keep this community safe, and ensure that the structures remain intact.
Okay, can you tell me where's the fire at right now? What's the progress being made?
A couple active areas of this fire still. On the very eastern edge, it's running towards the backside of Heavenly along the mountain range. It's not a threat at this time to the community of South Tahoe. It seemed to skip around, and that's a testament to a lot of the fuel reduction programs that have been in place through this area through the years. The other active area is kind of southeast towards Kirkwood. They're tying in some good line down there. They've had some good air ops yesterday. Over 100,000 gallons of retardant was dropped from helicopters down that area. Helped to take the fight out of the fire on that edge. The western zone is looking really good as it's cooled down now, and the community of Pollock Pines in several different areas are now starting a repop of their area, coming back to their homes as we've tied in a lot of good work done by the men and women of the organizations involved. One last area. Along that Highway 50 corridor, we still have some very active fire along in different areas as it's still smoldering. We get those wind gusts in the afternoons that can pick up embers and spark some fires. So along that Westlake drive that goes up towards Westlake on the ridge, there's some homes and communities at risk up there, about 100 homes that they're doing some good structure protection activities right now today. And we're looking good on all fronts. We're at 25% containment today, over 4,000 personnel, and we're sitting at just over 210,000 acres burned. So we're feeling good about where we're at, and then we're going to make a turn on this fire moving forward.
How did the cooler temperatures last night help?
They helped tremendously, and the winds had not manifested through that red flag like we expected. Gave us an opportunity to get some good containment lines increased, and we got some really favorable weather moving into the next couple of days. It's going to give everyone here a chance to really get a hold of this incident.
Okay, sounds good. All right, man. First and your last name and spell it for me.
My first name is George. My last name is Gussus. It's G-U-S-S-E, guys.
All right, George. And who are you here with today?
I work for the U.S. Forest Service Lake Tahoe Basin Management Unit. This is my home forest.
Cool. All right. Can you go ahead and tell me what you guys are doing here today?
Well, we are protecting our community by the fire that came in as a spotting, very hot, very aggressive fire. Started just down the canyon 3-4 days ago. We're still dealing with it. We got to put the fire out. This Highway 89 is an excellent control line, and we're safely allowing the fire to back down in a somewhat controlled manner as best we can, so we can get it out.
All right, so you guys are doing a controlled burn. Tell me the kind of the science behind that.
We are adding fuel to the fire. We're burning out these corners to even up the fire, so it's more predictable and steady to come down the hillside. So we can then mitigate the ember wash and possible losing our control line, so we can put the fire out on the way.
Okay, and you were earlier you were mentioning why some trees need to burn. Tell me about the science behind fire, why fire is important.
In the Sierra Nevada, fire has always been a part of the ecosystem. As first writings were discovered, they talked about in the fall the Central Valley would be in a blanket of smoke from the fires creeping around in the Sierra Nevada until the first rains. Since humans have taken over this area and populated and put roads down, we've decided fire is not in our benefit. And we've allowed over a century's worth of fuel loading to occur in some places on the forest. Here in the Lake Tahoe Basin, though, we've been very aggressive with our forest management and fuels thinning for the last 2 decades, all around and focusing all around our communities, the wildland-urban interface. And so we've done all this thinning around our wildland-urban interface, and that's why we can actually control and fight this fire in a safe, steady manner here and safely put it out, because we thinned this forest about 10 years ago right behind me. And you can see the effects of it. The fire is burning through the trees over there, but those big trees in the canopy we probably will not lose. In fact, the soil is going to benefit from it, and less other trees and other species will give those larger trees a little bit of an extra edge on competition to grow a little bit healthier in the next decade or 4. So.
Okay, so some of the trees you said won't burn. Can you tell me why?
Yeah, that big puffy one right there, it's called a Jeffrey pine. It has
pine.
tannins in the bark. It's
Okay.
designed to be somewhat more fire resistant. We have other species here like lodgepole and white fir that are designed to burn. It's the opposite of that one. They all have their space. They're all equally as important as each other. They all work together in a complex system, fire being part of it, and its interval as it comes through the forests. So.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, man.